Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is LionHeartZ, and today we are going over some coverage from the Blast World Finals, the last big tournament of the year ongoing right now. So far, the games have been, a little slow. It's the group stage. Players are still getting warmed up. Nothing too exciting to report. Pretty standard results. But last night, we had ourselves a banger. The new look NaVI taking on the new look Ence. And man, it didn't look good for Ence going in. Ence has been struggling this tournament. They've looked very sloppy on their T sides, kind of okay on their CT sides. And they started off the first map by getting absolutely dog-walked on Anubis by NaVI. And frankly, things were not looking good going into their map pick Ancient, as they were able to go down an 8-0 deficit on the T side, on a T-sided map, and everyone thought it was over. GG, it was going to be a NaVI 2-0. Ence were going to go quietly into the night, not looking good. The debut of Glaive was just not working out. And then Ence managed to pull off one of the biggest comebacks so far in professional CS2. So today, we're going to go over that Ancient game, what went wrong for Ence, what helped them pull the ship back, and frankly what NaVI did to throw away the game in the back half. So if any of that interests you, make sure you take a second, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content coming your way. Remember, the majority of you who watch these videos are not subscribed, so hit that button. It helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Editor's note, because I'm bad at this, I forgot to also say, make sure you follow me on Twitch. I stream CS2 every night between 8 and 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can catch me after this video, live tonight, playing Premiere, talking about the Blast. So come by, say hi, and let's actually get on with the video. Alright, well, there's no way around it. If you had to describe Ence's T-side efforts in this series, but mainly on Ancient, as anything, it would be sloppy and uncoordinated, which is astounding when you consider that Ence is now led by Glaive, who is at worst the second best in-game leader in the history of Counter-Strike. I mean, this guy led the legendary Astralis core to all those majors while being a tactical genius and innovating Counter-Strike as we knew it. And to see this team play so sloppily on the T side, where the strats weren't being executed, utility wasn't being utilized, and frankly they were just taking bad gunfights, was really weird to see from Glaive. It's hard to tell, new roster, only time will tell how well this roster is going to play together, but this game definitely was not in any way a masterclass in terms of in-game leading on either side, as we'll see. The round that best shows off what went wrong here for Ence is definitely round number 5. Now, this is Ence's second full buy after losing the pistol here, and it's going to be full buy v full buy against NaVI. Everyone's got all their utility, full armor, all the nades they can want. The only real discrepancy is Nerds stuck with the Galil, but the Galil and the M4 are pretty similar, so not that big of a deal. And now it's on Ence. What are they going to do here? This is a T-sided map where taking map control, especially mid, is the key to success. You want to play fast, you want to pop flash, nade, molly, and explode into map control. So let's watch what they do here as the round starts. They're going to throw the standard top mid smoke from spawn and then spread out. As you can see, the CTs are going to play 2 mid, 2B, 1A. This is very standard. They're going to throw some counter molly utility to prevent the T's from getting the mid control. And NaVI are going to play for very aggressive mid here. So this NaVI aggression is going to push Ence off. They're going to refocus towards the B site. And frankly, what follows here is just confusing. Let's watch this play out for a second. So let's go ahead and stop there and back it up a little bit. What the hell is the game plan here from Ence? You guys are just going to walk up to the B site, not use any nades, any flashes, any smokes. You're just going to dry peek towards the cave and take a random gunfight. Like, this is so random. We're so close into this round. No utility has been really used here, and Ence are just pushing dry onto B, and NaVI just set up the crossfires. These two picks essentially end the round. It's a 3v5, and you've taken nothing in return. This is incredibly sloppy. I don't really know what the game plan is here. It's like their call was to take mid control, and once NaVI pushed them off, they had nothing else to do. JL's going to pick up another, and now it's 2v5, or 2v4. Bid's going to clean up DACA, and then it's just game over. Nerds has to save. What's he going to do in a 1v4? Where was the setup? Where was the execute onto the B site? This is the story of the T sides for this entire game here, where it seemed like neither team wanted to take the time to execute smokes, flash people in, and properly molly off and nade off these corners. Incredibly sloppy from Ence. So we're skipping pretty far ahead into this game because a lot of this comeback boils down to neither team really wanting to execute very complicated strats and going for a lot of contact plays. And once the second half got going and Ence got some rounds behind them, they essentially snowballed their momentum, started winning their 1v1s, and just started adding on round after round after round. Now that's not very interesting to us, because I could just sit here and tell you, the viewer, that you just need to hit your shots, and you're going to look at me like, thanks, I knew that. So let's look at a more substantive round. This is round 21, and so we're well into the comeback, and we're going to notice something very interesting about their CT setup here. Ancient revolves around mid control. The T's want mid control, the CTs want mid control, because you can so easily split the bomb sites from mid. It's a great way to cut off rotates. It's just the strongest position in the map. So you want it no matter what side you're on, and you want it now. Now Ence are going to play for very heavy mid control, and they're going to do it in such a way that it forces NaVI into some very bad bomb site takes. So let's watch the round play out here. Now things are going to start with a very standard exchange. T's are going to smoke top mid. CTs are going to counter with a bottom mid smoke and Molotovs and grenades and stop the initial push. Sunpias is going to go for a pick over towards A, miss, and now things are going to slow down as the map control develops. Ents have taken bottom mid control, and they're now going to fall back and set up for their kind of default set here. We have 2 pushed up B to control some extra area space around the cave, and now they're going to settle down to hold A, hold B, and make sure that NaVI can't retake mid control. And the way they play A here is really interesting. They're going to play 2 inside of the roundabout, 1 player top mid, no one on the A side directly. This is really interesting, because pushing long A is really difficult in Ancient for the T's. It's the one weak link in the map. So if you can force T's to go through long A, it's a lot harder for them to take the site. Whereas again, if they take the mid control and then try to split A, that's a lot more favorable for the T's. So here the T's are forced, because they haven't been able to get any other map control going, to put 4 people towards long A and try and develop something. They have to execute into the site blind with no mid presence. And these 2 players, hold up and roundabout, have a very defensible position to either get picks on the site or play retake with their teammates, so it's a win-win if it gets smoked out. Alexi is going to throw some Molotovs, get back site control. NaVI's going to start the push. CT's going to get smoked. They're going to start pushing. Sunpias with the op is going to find great picks here from the roundabout and just take the map control right back. Great shots, great 1v1s from Ence here, and it's going to completely shut down the push. We're down to 2v5. Wonderful's going to find a great shot, but it's not going to be enough. And again, it's too late here from him in terms of trying to get mid control. This dominant roundabout hold, the 2 players in there, with the op spore from Sunpias, allows it to just dominate the round outright. Now, anytime you have a big reverse sweep like this, it takes 2 to tango, and NaVI certainly put in a very pitiful performance on their T side. And here we are towards the end of the game. The econ's very broken, very limited. NaVI don't have a whole lot of resources, and they're going to start this round off by expending most of them trying to gain mid control. And fair play, they push the CTs off, they get a little bit of exploratory control towards cave, and now they have mid control. They have 2 players up mid early in the round, but nothing else really show for it. Certainly no picks. And here, it comes down to not having much utility and a little bit of sloppy play. 2 players are going to push top mid for NaVI here. No one's going to check the corners, and NeRTZ is going to pick up a free double kill. Already, basically round over, because look what's left in terms of utility. If we pause right here, NaVI have just 1 flashbang, the bomb is still down in T-spawn, and they really have nothing to try and break into a bomb site. When your utility is already limited, I think the worst thing you could do is try and spread out and play picks, and that's what NaVI opted to do with this round. They really should have set up to try and go all in 5-man into a bomb site and play for trades. Something they basically didn't do except for 1 round in this half, which was really concerning to me from Alexi B's play calling. And from here, we unpause. There's nothing much else to say. NaVI are just looking for anything. They're looking for scraps. They're looking for hope. They're looking for Ence to make a mistake. And while Ence were making plenty of them to start this game, they're not making them anymore, and they're certainly not going to give any opportunities to NaVI. Sunpia's going to get the pick there. You know, JL's going to swing out B, but Glave's just going to take him down, and that's it. That's round over. We're now in match point, and what are NaVI going to do here? They're going to try and pull anything out in terms of something to try and spur an overtime. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but no, NaVI aren't really going to bring out anything too good here for this final round. Going to start off, again, Ence are going to have this dominant mid-control. NaVI have very few resources. They really have nothing. Alexi B is just going out solo A by himself as the IGL, trying to get anything for his team. Meanwhile, they're pulling off a fake into a B push. No utility, no flashes, no smokes. Glaive gets the freest triple of his life, and let's just back it up 1 second. Alright guys, it's a real difficult trivia question. Just follow me here for a second. What's wrong with this picture? I'll give you guys a few seconds. Deliberate now. If you answered everything, you're correct. Now let's go over what's actually wrong here. First off, no one's checking the corner. This is a very common spot for CTs to sit. No one clears dark corner. Glaive gets the free triple. What else? Notice how every single player in this picture has some piece of relevant utility, either a grenade, a flash, or a smoke, and there were no flashes, no smokes, no grenades. If this was Cinema Sins, ding, 1,000 sins, 2,000, 5,000 sins. I would be hitting the ding as many times as humanly possible. There's so much wrong with this push from NaVI. They deserved to lose this round. They threw this game away when Ence were looking pitiful. They had every opportunity to slow down and make a comeback, and they just absolutely threw their toys out the pram. Just a horrible performance on both T-sides from both teams. Unfortunately, even though Ence would win this map, they go on to lose the series 2-1 to NaVI on the decider Nuke. But honestly, they looked better on Nuke. It looked like they really got their act together on the back half of Ancient. And frankly, I hope we get to see more from this lineup as it develops, because Glaive can work magic. I believe in him. There's some great talent on this overall young roster. And honestly, I think they can just walk away into the player break here and say, hey, new year, CS2 is still developing. We still got time to make it work. Their CT sides looked way better than their T sides routinely throughout this tournament, so there's definitely something to look forward to out of this performance. I think there was some really good stuff here on Ancient that we can take into our own games, especially the way to play around mid-control on the CT side, so hopefully that was of interest to you. Make sure you guys take a second, like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. My name is LionHeartZ, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.